Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It allows YouTube to send those notifications out. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes you got to face the world alone. Often I talk about rolling solo and rolling dolo, and I speak about the spiritual gratification that comes when you alone. Not when you lonely, but when you alone. When you spending time meditating on the word of the Most High. When you isolated somewhere, getting those upgrades and those downloads that come into your mind. And you know, often the loner is a very strong person, fervent. And you know, in this particular video, I wanted to talk about facing the world alone. Now, often people, right? This is what people do. People are always looking for somebody to change their life. They're always looking for that one person who is going to change their personal life. You know, they're looking for that one person. They're looking for someone to change the narrative of their life. Ladies and gentlemen, that's idolatry. If you're looking for someone to change your life, if you're looking for that one person, you need to look in the mirror. You need to look in the mirror, because that's the only person who's going to change the narrative of your life. That person in the mirror is who you have to face. You can't put people as idols. I don't care if they spiritual leaders, teachers on YouTube. I don't care if they're on World Star Hip Hop. I don't care if they're on various platforms and they got a large following. You cannot idolize anybody in this world. You have to face yourself. You are going to be the one that changed the narrative of your life. But in order to do that, you're going to have to go it alone sometimes. You got to be prepared to go it alone sometimes. You're not going to always have crutches. You know, in this society, the generation to come have been taught to be entitled. You know, we as parents got to be careful how we raise our children. We got to let them know how unforgiving the world really is. You know, we often tell our children how special they are. And they are. Very special. But you got to also let them know that the world is not going to see you as special. You're just a number to the world. We teach this individualism to our children. We can't teach individualism to our children because the world is not going to respect them as an individual. You understand? The world is not going to have no cut cards for them. The world is not going to give them anything. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to learn how to stand on their own. They're going to have to learn how to deal with betrayal. They're going to have to learn how to deal with backbiters and gossipers. They're going to have to learn how to deal with opposition in their life. This is just the reality of it. We got to prepare our children for opposition, because when you are God's elected, when you are walking that narrow path, when you know the Most High, you are going to face opposition. There's going to be people who hate you. There's going to be people who despise you. Your goal in life is to spread more smiles than frowns. And I know that may sound cliche, but that's the truth. That's a mission statement right there. You're not going to please everybody. You can't teach your children to be people pleasers. They got to be willing to stand alone. As I walk around and I look at society, as I pay attention to what's going on in the world, I see a lot of people with happy faces with sad eyes. Happy faces with sad eyes, especially on social media. Especially on social media. So many people are craving attention. Listen, if you are craving attention and you are posting all kind of pictures of yourself, all kinds of selfies, listen, that is a telltale sign of loneliness. That's a telltale sign of loneliness. And here's the thing. When you are a loner and are alone, that does not equivalent to loneliness. The loner often are the most content people in the world. They're comfortable with who they are. They have less insecurities because everybody is looking for validation in this society. It's all about validation. And to be totally frank with you, being someone who is on social media, someone who is recognized in public often, I'm going to tell you right now, first off, I don't own the rights to any music being played in the background. It's just background music. But I tell you right now, brothers and sisters, when you are a set apart type of individual, you really don't like attention. You really, I mean, you don't crave it. Like, people really want attention. Like, when you're a loner, you don't want people's eyes on you. You don't want all this validation. You don't care for it. You're low key. And it's amazing how the Most High God have been using introverted people to do such extroverted work. You know, I look back at my life and I'm like, how can someone who is a recluse at best, someone who has been deemed antisocial many, many times, how could you use me to do such social work? How could you use me to be so extroverted and do things that I would never imagine doing because I was so closed off? It's because the Most High, his hands is on the loner. He needs you to walk alone, face the world alone, because he's grooming you for your moment, for your time, to do what it is you're supposed to do on this earth and have the impact that you're supposed to be having. And you know, so many people are relying on others. So many people make moves based on how other people feel. It has to come a time where logic is placed on the forefront. It has to come a time where we recognize that we are all we have individually. It's a blessing that we can connect the way we do. But ultimately, whenever judgment comes to this earth, whenever we may have to face our personal judgment, because tomorrow is not promised today. When you're in front of the seat of judgment and those books are open, it's going to be you there. Nobody's going to be able to vouch for you. Nobody's going to be able to be there to stand for you in that day of reckoning. You're going to have to do it. And I'm not telling people to be socially awkward. I'm not telling people to be antisocial. I'm not telling people not to deal with people. What I'm telling you is that it has to come a time where you face the whole world alone so you can know who you are. So you can know exactly who you are. It's got to come a time where we begin to understand ourselves. Stop seeking validation from others. You know, I see these happy faces. I see the insecurity. I see the sad eyes. I see the fact that a lot of people don't want to be left alone. I see a lot of people who need others. They're afraid to travel alone, to the point where if you travel somewhere alone, even going to a restaurant, going to see a movie by yourself, people look at that as strange. You spending quality time with yourself is very, very important. Very important. Yeah, absolutely. If y'all in this live stream, y'all make sure y'all mash that thumbs up button. We just getting started. Somebody said, yeah, you can see through them like glass for real. Exactly. And that's another thing. When you spend a lot of time alone, you can actually discern and decipher people. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's an energy and an essence that come with a brother or sister who decides to face their own personal battles and demons, they know who's good for them and who's not. They typically understand when there's somebody in their presence that's good for their spirit, opposed to something that's negative. And it also gives you more strength and builds up a spiritual callus when you're around people. Because if you can hold your own and face this world alone with all of the chaos that's going on, if you can face that alone, you can be in any atmosphere and adapt to it. You could be anywhere. And your spirit has a callus over it to the point where it's not penetrating your soul, even though it's so much negative energy around us. There's so many walking dead among us. There's so many demons that's on people. There's so many people operating on the left-hand side doing witchcraft and sorcery. There's so many low-level, low-vibrational people around you. Listen, until you can stand on your own, you know, those energies can latch on. Those energies can latch on to you. But when you stand on your own and you fervent and you go into that word, and I'm speaking of the Holy Bible, the text, and you stay prayed up and you do what it is you're supposed to do, when you're around these spirits, it doesn't affect your energy. It doesn't affect you. You grow strong. Yeah, Neil Powell says facts. People feel like they need others to be happy. Absolutely. And then you got a lot of people searching for this fairy tale. And let me explain this, especially to you fellas out there, right? This can go for ladies and gentlemen, actually. Often, right, we feel like if we find the right mate, then our life is going to be complete, right? We feel like if we find that right person, if I could just get this fairy tale ending and meet this right person, everything is going to be happily ever after. Listen, if you're thinking like that, you're going to have issues, all right? None of your relationships are going to work, because what the Most High requires, especially from you brothers, what he requires from you is for you to get right with you first. He requires you to be able to stand on your own, brothers. He's requiring you to be able to understand yourself and know yourself thoroughly in order to be a proper lead. Ladies, the Most High is working on your insecurities. Although, you know, your man is going to help build you up and build up your securities, and, you know, you'll feel better about yourself. But that's something that you have to look in the mirror and deal with, without looking at everybody else and being covetous over what everybody else is looking like and what everybody else is doing. You need to get right with you. What makes you happy? What makes you feel good about yourself? Because then when that couple comes together, it's literally a powerful connection. It's an intricate spiritual connection where both parties involved can serve the Most High with all their energy, without all the resentment, without all of the, I would say, insecurities, burdens, weights. Gotta be able to stand alone. I'm telling you. Yep. El Cartel says keep those low vibrations away. Facts. Facts, facts. Y'all gotta excuse me because I have to manually scroll the chat. Somebody said it is crucial for us to be praying, fasting with Yah's guidance for this month especially. Absolutely. And you know, somebody said it's because of those chick flicks. Don't be hating on chick flicks. Watch one. Yeah, I mean, you know, the Tyler Perry movies and all of that, they give us this whole fairy tale ending where a woman's supposed to meet a man and everything's supposed to be what it's going to be. Listen, in any relationship, it's going to be work. All right. It's going to be work. It's going to take time, effort, energy, and it just is what it is. That's in any type of relationship. But You know, we at the point in time where sometimes you just got to face the world alone, you know? And a lot of us have to face it alone. And I try to speak directly to brothers and sisters who are on their initial step in spirituality, brothers and sisters who are just waking up to this truth and realizing that, you know, it's more to the world than meets the eye. It's more to the world than what's being shown on mainstream media. You know, it's more to the world than social media. It's more to the world than the clubs, the bars. It's more to the world than meets the eye. I like to speak directly to those brothers and sisters because I know that you're about to go on a Damascus road. You're about to go on a trail, on a lonely path, or a loner's path rather, that you're going to have to face. That's the only way you're going to grow and make it to the next level. And there's no way other than that way. Yup, J.D. Israel, he brung Luke chapter 12, verse 53. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother. Absolutely. And that's speaking prophetically. Because now you got it even with family. I'm telling you. Family are betraying family left and right. There's so many things happening in families right now. Listen, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers cannot even be trusted right now. That's how you know that the Most High hand is in it when it comes to the wheat and the tare. You know, people are choosing people outside of their blood. They're choosing people outside of their blood to go against their blood. That's how serious it is right now. Those are the times you living in. People will betray their own blood for somebody who just on the outside. And they tell you that blood is thicker than water. Nah. Most High dividing the wheat and the tare. If y'all in this live stream and y'all gaining edification, y'all make sure y'all mash that thumbs up button. As you can see, they've pretty much froze my channel like I told y'all they would do. Right when I got around 70,000 subscribers, I told y'all that they was gonna freeze it. Because when you speaking on certain topics and, you know, you lifting a veil on certain things, certain people, they're going to shadow ban. Because once you make it to 70,000, your videos will be in a certain algorithm. And listen, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm kind of content where I'm at. I'm just going to be honest with you. What cost a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I don't need millions of people watching me. Let's make that perfectly clear. I'm content with reaching the people that I can reach. So YouTube, you take that and you do what you want to do with it. I'm content with it. Long as I know that y'all watching my videos and I know that y'all shut down my live streams every single time it gets to a certain number. Trust and believe, I see what's going on. I know that there's a CIA agent that's issued to my channel based on some of the information I gave out about targeted individuals that a lot of people didn't bring out. Just know I know that you're watching my videos. I know that when my video is uploaded, it'll have a certain amount of views, but by the time it processes, y'all done stole 2,000-3,000 views after my live stream. And I know that y'all not sending notifications out too, but it's all good. Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. That's just the price that comes with this. I'm not selling my soul for no damn social media. You know how many people have sold their soul for YouTube, for views, for clicks? Not happening. I can never sell my soul, ever. How y'all gonna try to, how I'm gonna sell my soul for this world when I already have the world? It's just a matter of time before you demons lose the world. Can never sell my soul. You demons about to lose the world. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Y'all know I ain't tripping, but I just wanted to let YouTube know I know what they doing. It's all good though. Yep. Ariel says keep doing what you're doing. They can't stop the Most High. Absolutely. And listen, the truth is never going to be popular either. The truth is never going to be popular. I'm going to prove that the truth is never going to be popular, right? I want somebody in this chat who watching this video to go inside of a busy shopping mall right now with no mask on, stand directly in the middle of the shopping mall and say COVID-19 is a hoax, and see what happens. See how many people look at you like you're crazy. That's how you know the truth ain't gonna be popular. Facts. Just walk into a busy mall and just yell out, COVID-19 is a hoax. They have a 97% recovery rate. 97% recovery rate. The mask you wearing have fiberglass in it. Just go yell something like that and look how crazy you look. That's how you know this world is spinning on a broken axis. I'd rather be alone with the people who can see. I'd rather be alone with the very few people that can see, opposed to trying to be accepted by this world. And that's the thing, man. That's what people do it for, acceptance. And I'm telling you, it's making some feeble, weak type of people in this world. Right now, you see a lot of feeble, weak individuals out here because they're so reliant on other people. There got to come a time where you look yourself directly in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm going to deal with my own problems. I know I ain't perfect. Whatever I got going on with myself, I'm going to clean up my act. And that's the thing. A lot of people who have issues with videos like this, they refuse to look at themselves from the outside looking in. They refuse to examine yourself. They refuse to examine themselves. You got to take responsibility and accountability for your actions. Like, it ain't, listen, all of my mistakes I made in life, every single mistake I've took responsibility for. Never blaming anybody else. Although somebody may have done something wrong, in that situation, still, all in all, I can't control what they do. I only can control what I do. You understand? I can't control what somebody else do wrong. I only can control what I'm doing. Israel says, I was talking to this one girl I wanted to help enlighten, and she ended up saying she sold her soul for an iPhone. It's so sad, I actually liked it. Damn! People selling their souls for iPhones? I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, little to nothing. You living in the times where you gotta walk alone. I mean, people in this world, in this day and age, they don't want to let go of a lot of their luxuries in life. You can already see the people who are going to be the first ones to hop on this Luciferian New World Order system. You can already see them. I can see them clear as day. They're either A, the people who are in fear, B, the people who are used to a luxurious lifestyle that they don't want to let go, and C, everyone else who is about drama, gossiping, the people who talking about you behind your back, the people who talking about the next person behind their back, they're talking to you about somebody else behind their back. So you know damn well they talking about you too. Those are the people who are going to fall victim. I'm telling you right now. He said, man, she sold her soul for an iPhone. These people must be stopped. Let's see. Somebody said, was it the new iPhone? Somebody, y'all gotta be stopped, man. Y'all gotta excuse me because I gotta manually scroll. Someone says, I'm a lone soldier. It is a lonely road, though. You need room to receive the signs. Don't stay with people who keep your energy low. Facts. Facts. Yeah, that's, man, and you gotta be careful out here. You got to be careful out here. Y'all mash that thumbs up button. Mash the thumbs up button. Make sure the video gets its usual numbers. Y'all got to pardon all the background noise. Again, I don't own the rights to any music. I'm out in public. Got to deal with the elements. Yeah, absolutely. People will steal your energy, man. And it's the thing, if you go enough time on your own, then they can't, it becomes more difficult for people to steal your energy. Once you're around people, you kind of built a callus on your spirit where people can't really penetrate your energy like that. I mean, I've gotten to the point when I'm out and about, I don't care where I'm at. I could be in the worst project. I could be in the most ratchet strip in the hood. I could be anywhere. And it's like, I've been standing on my own as a lone soldier so long, I don't have no fear anyway. It's like, nobody's energy attaches, none of that. Matter of fact, you know, I feel one with myself more than ever at this point in time. I feel one with myself. Like, I understand what type of people I can bring around that's going to benefit me, but nobody can take my energy. And that's the point you want to get to, where nobody can really drain you of anything. But you do know those who can bring positivity around you and can build you up. Yep, somebody says bad company corrupts good character. That's a fact. That's a fact. But you got to also know that brothers like Paul in the Bible, he had liberty to be able to minister in certain areas. And that's the thing, you know, I'm not with all this religious stuff. You know, I go wherever I need to go, you know, and that's how it should be. And, you know, as brothers and sisters in the truth, look, you may have to minister to people in the projects, in the slums, in the worst hoods. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to go there, you know, because they got fear. You know, me personally, I don't live my life in fear. The Most High brought me this far. Why should I be afraid of anything in this earth? Only people who got something to fear in this earth is people who are of this earth. People who are of the world got something to fear in this world. I'm not of this world, and neither are y'all. We spiritual beings. Ain't got nothing to fear in this world. Yep. Man, what? Christopher says they trying to target me with the sirens, but I don't pay it no mind or no attention. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of sirens as well. And I'm going to tell you, brothers and sisters who go through gang stalking, brothers and sisters who go through organized mobbing, targeted individuals, let me just put this out here. Don't give them your energy. Understand what it is. Understand what the program was rolled out for. It's all about critiquing your character. The Most High control the light and the dark. You can't be giving people your energy like that. Yeah, there are people who are among you who are straight up agents, perpetrators. Straight up. Some of them are Freemasons. Some of them are local law enforcement. Some of them are family members who dabble in witchcraft. But I tell you right now, there are people among you who are watching you. There's always eyes on you. People are always watching, but you got to know this. You cannot give them your energy. And I know it's simpler said than done, but I'm telling you right now, when you walk out of your door, you got to have your head held high. Listen, those demons are going to be destroyed. All right? They're going to die. They're going to burn in hell. They're going to suffer. All right? I mean, I don't know no other way to put it. Their time is running out. Satan's time is running out. So he got his minions operating in these communities right now because they know their time is running out. Satan is just projecting how he feels on these lifeless beings, on these soulless beings who are easily used as provocateurs. That's all that's happening. When people talk about gang stalking and people talk about targeted individuals, they try to make it this, I would say, they try to make it a organization thing where it's solely based on CIA or FBI. Listen, 9 times out of 10, the FBI and CIA is not worried about you. It's a lot more esoteric than that. It's a lot more spiritual than that. Because then you would have to explain why families are outcasting one family member. Or then you would have to explain why people are doing, when you begin to follow the word of the Most High, when you begin to follow his laws, why people try to tempt you to do the opposite. Why certain people just come out of nowhere in your life. Come on now, it's spiritual. Satan is going to send whoever he want to send at you. Whoever he can send to infiltrate, he going to send at you. And I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be the ones that you love the most, because if Satan can't get to you, he going to get to anybody around you. Whoever he can get to, he going to use them. And you got to be careful with people, because they like to pull on your heartstrings as well. There's a lot of people who like to pull on your heartstrings. Same people sitting there talking about, I love you. You know I love you. It's love. It be the same people using that damn I love you. Listen, I don't want nobody telling me they love me. Listen, show me. Actions speak louder than words. You can say you love somebody, you rock with somebody. Are you actually helping that person? Are you supporting that person? Because love is an action. Love is an action. You can't tell me you love me and then you stab me in my back. We as people got to grow past these little trigger words. That's just like when Joel Osteen locked all those people out of that church talking about it was flooding when that hurricane hit Texas. All Joel Osteen do is get on stage and talk about love, 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 love your neighbor, love this person. But soon as that storm hit, I ain't letting them Negroes in my church. Where was the love? Love is action. There's so many perpetrators and agents among you who tell you they love you every day. And they don't give a damn about you. They want to see you dead. They feel like if you out of the picture, then they somehow gain your energy. They feel like if they can bring you into a place of depression, anxiety, and even suicide, they feel like they have gained something spiritually. I told y'all, these demons can only feed off the righteous. They only can feed off the righteous, brothers and sisters. Their existence is non-existent without you. They're leeches. And there's very few of the righteous left. So you know you're going to have even more leeches coming. There's going to be even more people trying to feed off your energy. Because there's not many of us left. So they're going to try to get as much energy from us as they can. They're going to try to extract as much as they can. I'm telling you right now, the game is real, man. This game of life, it's real. If you gain an edification, y'all want to keep on going in here on this live chat, y'all make sure y'all mash that thumbs up. Y'all know what they do on this channel. So all you got to do is support. If you want to keep the content coming, just show your support. Let's see. Demons don't just act through people. They act also during your sleep. Always ask for protection before going to bed. They first paralyze you, then make you breathe heavy to create fear in you. Yeah, that's called sleep paralysis, also known as demon possession. And you're right. Some of these agents and perpetrators are doing witchcraft as well. Because if they can't get to you firsthand, they'll try to get to you in other ways. That's why you got to be careful what you let in your life. You got to be careful what you bring into your life, so you don't open up no doorways or no portals. Because they can be doing witchcraft on a high level. If you start reading reading tarot cards or playing with your horoscopes, you just open the door for that agent, for that spirit to come in. So you got to be careful what you doing. Long as you ain't opening that door, can't nothing happen. Yeah, Jen says stupid is stupid as does. Stupid is as stupid does. Comply with nonsense for a cool new trend. Facts. That's what it's all about. People want to follow what everybody else is following. Listen, young brothers and sisters on the come up, you got to stop letting people tell you what's the new wave, what's cool. Listen, if everybody is going west, I'm going east. All right? That's how the narrow path works. If everybody is going one direction, more than likely, you need to go the other direction. Don't be afraid to have your own opinion. It's like everybody's thought process is so generic. And when you coming up these days, if you speak an opinion outside of the narrative that mainstream media has given people, then people gonna look at you sideways. And that goes for youngins on the come up, and that goes for us in our everyday world. It's like this whole life is like high school. You can't speak something different because everybody think this way. That's like, they have made us children. This is crazy. It's like the whole world have made us adolescents. It's like they put everything in reverse. You know, you got teenagers and kids walking in stores. They telling them to put a mask on. They like, man, this some BS. Adults, they compliant, afraid. You know, it's like everything has been reversed. And I'm going to tell you, young brothers and sisters, this. When you have a difference of opinion, when you start to go against the status quo, if you in high school and whatnot, and people are saying one thing, and you have your own opinion about it, that's what's going to make you stand out. That's what's going to make everybody want to talk to you. You may have to go through the people looking at you crazy for a little bit, but eventually people are going to be like, man, this person's different. And people are going to gravitate towards that. It just is what it is. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? People are going to gravitate towards what's real, what's true. Because right now we're in a point in time of an awakening. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Luke says be a renaissance. Absolutely. You got to. Yep. Somebody said you got to go within to find out what's real. That's real talk. Stop looking for other people to validate you. Stop looking for other people for confirmation. Take a look from the outside looking in and evaluate yourself. You know, recently, man, I had a lot of epiphanies that has taken place in my life to the point where I understand that we as people are going through such a tribulation where the Most High is dealing with us so in depth on an individual scale that he completely knocked out everything else. I mean, he knocked out a lot of mainstream churches due to social distancing. He knocked out a whole lot of organizations because of the COVID-19. And I'm saying the Most High did it because I think it's all part of a plan. I think it's all a design to get us to really face ourselves. So it's no excuses. I mean, it's like he forced us to really isolate. He took away your pastor, your preacher. He took away your church. He made it so you can't gather. You can say it's Satan's system going against us so we can't gather. No, listen. Unlike the rest of the world, the chosen are not afraid of what the world powers are doing. All right, let's make that clear. We are not afraid of COVID-19. We are not afraid of Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. We are not afraid of who is going to be elected or not elected. Let me be honest with you. Let me just tell you, we don't give a damn about what the world is doing right now. We don't. I know personally, I don't. only thing that we fear is the Most High God. The only thing that we care about is what God's judgment is going to be. And if we are going to be on the right side of that judgment. That's the only thing that we care about. We don't want to end up on the left-hand side. We want to end up being judged properly. We want to make sure that overall we're righteous people. You know, we want to make sure, listen, that we're doing the right thing. We're feeling conviction in our spirits because we know that there's a God in heaven watching us. I'm more afraid of what the Most High will do with his weather. I'm more afraid of these hurricanes and these wildfires that the Most High God can bring with the clouds that's dust beneath his feet. I'm more afraid of his judgment and wrath that he can bring down to the earth than any politician, than anything going on in mainstream media. I don't care. I don't fear nothing but the Most High. All right? So now we're at the point in time where we have to face ourselves. We got to get right for him. And I'm going to tell you, the Most High God is a gracious, merciful God. He's just because he's given us that opportunity to actually fine tune. He knows that when you have to be isolated, separated, that you get a chance to fine tune yourself. And you get that chance to battle your own personal demons. Telling you. Christine says it's time for us to shine and stay in communication with each other and encourage each other. Facts. Somebody said they have no, guys are out here saying they have no fear of the Most High. Oh, that's a damn shame. Rainey says, thank you, New Breed, showing love from South Africa. You speak sense, man. You inspiring and blessed up. Man, shout out from South Africa. Yeah, Marion Slaughter says, just repent and keep the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you, when you feel conviction in your spirit because you done did something wrong, you done made a mistake out here in life, listen, that conviction is a sign that you need to get your life together and stop playing games, all right? That's what that means. But the fact that you have guilt, shame, conviction because you did something wrong is a testament that the Most High God is still giving you a chance, but you cannot forsake his grace and mercy. You can't take it for granted because at a blink of an eye, the twinkling of an eye, he could take your life from you. So the reason why you feel what you feel when you mess up is because he's giving you a fighting chance. But listen, grace runs out. We got to start honoring these commandments, man. We got to keep these laws. We got to stay motivated. And the same thing I'm telling y'all, I'm telling it to myself too. Lord knows that I ain't perfect. Lord knows I got my struggles and my battles that I deal with daily. You understand? So, you know, a man who says he is without sin is a liar and the truth ain't in him. And I'm no liar. That's one thing I'm not. But I will tell you, man, it's a battle. The battle of the flesh is a battle to the death. You always going to be fighting with your flesh. The book of Romans tell you that. Paul tell you that everlasting battle between his flesh and spirit. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. Yeah, Vanessa Bell said it. Some people don't have conviction. And that's the thing. That's what sets you aside from everybody else, brothers and sisters. There's a lot of people who ain't got no conviction. They done sold their souls. A lot of people out here can do evil with a smile on their face. You know, a lot of people can do something that they know was just straight up wrong. It was something that they just shouldn't have did. You know, they sleep fine at night. They able to go about their day. They able to go about their life. They don't feel nothing. That's how you know that person's soul is gone. All these entertainers, they don't give a damn when they leading the public to hell with their music. They don't give a damn. They sleep good at night because their soul is not there no more. And there's a lot of people who are soulless. People are selling their souls for little to nothing. Yeah. People are becoming hollow. It's like, damn. You just gotta look at people's mannerism. People's countenance have changed. There's so many vain impressions on people's faces. And trust and believe, like I'm everywhere. I'm out and about. I make moves and I be seeing how people carry themselves. And there's a separation. There's like a lack of empathy. You can see it in people's eyes. Like people are just not the same no more. And a lot of that have to do with social media. A lot of that have to do with, you know, the media. Yeah, Nate says if you're green, you'll walk around believing that everyone is like you. There are real evil spirits out here. Facts. Facts. There are real evil spirits out here who just take on human form. I'm telling you right now, they're demons. Like this realm that we live in is more to it than meets the eye. It's more to it's more underneath the surface. Vanessa Bell says that's because people don't want to heal from past abuse and other hurts, so they have up on life. You know what? That's a powerful message right there, because that also goes hand in hand with facing your own personal demons in your battles. And often you got to do it alone. You got to be prepared to go it alone. You know, this society has set it up so you always got to have counsel. The Most High is supposed to be your counsel. You're not supposed to be idolizing a person. You're not supposed to take your problems to a person. The Most High said, take your problems to him and he shall comfort thee. He'll give you direction. I don't need to sit in front of no therapist. You don't need to sit in front of no therapist. They don't have the answers. The Most High have the answers. But you're going to have to go to a place of isolation, be alone, and deal with it. Let's see. Drummer Chick says some people get off on draining other people's good energy. Social media have made a lot of people narcissists. Facts. That is literally what they've created. There's a lot of narcissists created by social media. I'm telling you right now. There's a lot of people who are snapping 200 pictures a day, reverencing and worshiping themselves. There's a lot of people who are creating idols of themselves. And literally, that is a gateway into narcissism. When you start to worship yourself, listen, you are on a path to becoming a narcissist. You're becoming entitled. You're thinking that the world revolves around you, and it really doesn't. All right, it really doesn't. It's literal idolatry. You're becoming narcissistic to the point where you're not going to have no compassion or feelings towards others. All the likes that you get on your videos, on your pictures, photos, all of that. Listen, you begin to look at those people as just numbers, counting the likes. Oh, I got this many likes. No, you had that many people react. That's why I like to do bot checks on my videos, because I want to make sure I'm dealing with people, because I don't ever want to lose the human connection, the little human connection that we have through these screens. Because all people are concerned with is numbers. That's how Satan looks at the world. He looks at people as just numbers. How many people can he lead to hell? How many people can he lead to the prison industrial complex? How many people can he lead to dying from bad health? That's how the world, you know, broad leadeth to damnation. Narrow leadeth to salvation. If you a loner, if you a real type of person, you can't expect to just be mixed in with everybody, because you're gonna muddy the waters in your own life, man. The waters are gonna turn muddy, bringing all those people around you. You don't need them. You don't need them. Yep. Tanzania says, alone is how I was born to live most powerful. Absolutely. Somebody said they are too guilty for this talk. You know what? Hey, as long as you can look at yourself from the outside looking in and be like, hey, how can I change some of my bad habits? You know, if that's what you can get from this video, see, just the fact that you're saying you're guilty, that's a good step. Just the fact that you're evaluating yourself. And if you could take away anything from this chat, try to apply something different in your life where you're not feeding into carnal desires, or you're not being, I would say, self-centered or narcissistic. Because I'm guessing that's the part that you're talking about, because a lot of us are guilty of the same things. You know, a lot of these spiritual leaders and people out here teaching, they're not gonna just tell you to get right with you. They want to make it seem like they're the way. Nah. Most High dealing with us individually. Sometimes we need these type of pep talks, but at the end of the day, nobody on any platform is going to be able to save you. Nobody is going to be able to help you in that day of reckoning and judgment. That's just the facts. All right. Somebody said narcissist people stalk me also, but they're weak alone. Facts. And there's another thing. A lot of people who always got to be around society and be in a group, a lot of them are weak, man. A lot of them, not all of them, just a lot of them. A good deal of those people, they can't hold it down on their own. And I know y'all, all you real brothers out there, I know you know the type. I know you know the type when you was in high school, or if you in high school, or if you was in college or whatever. Even at the workplace. I know you know the type that always get real bold when they around people. Always get real bold when they around people. It'd be the same people that can jump you. It'd be the same people that'll jump on people when they grouped up. But if they by themselves and they gotta face another man one-on-one, they be cowards. They be cowards. Once that lion get, man, I don't even want to get into it, man. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of people like that. You got people in families that are like that, that feel like that if they have an issue with you, they got to turn the whole family against you. Like, why? My issue is with you. Why? Personally, the chosen, the righteous, we don't even give a damn at this point. We're trying to work on ourselves. But there's always those people, because they have an issue with you. They gotta go tell your auntie. They gotta go tell your cousin. Man, you know what they did? They gotta make sure they turn as many people against you as possible. Listen, if you're a real type of person, you're not doing anything for acceptance and validation. You're not doing anything to be accepted by no damn body. People would think they're powerful within the family because they have that authority to be able to turn people against you. I had a family member told me like something very similar to that. Very, very similar to that. So everything I'm telling y'all, I experienced. I had a family member say, if it wasn't, if I say this, nobody gonna mess with you, or something to that degree. If I tell people not to mess, I don't give a damn what people think. If they're that weak-minded, where they don't have their own opinion, doesn't matter to me. Y'all just a flock. I'm not afraid to stand alone, especially if it's something I believe in. And that's another thing. You brothers got to be able to be willing to stand for what you believe in this day and age. And I'm speaking to you men directly. I don't give a damn how good, bad, or ugly it is. If it's something you believe, I don't care how many people hate you for it. I don't care how many people disrespect you for it, call you names, belittle you. Listen, if you a man and you stand behind what you believe, let your ball swing. Let them swing. As men, we got to stop giving a damn what people think. And I'm speaking directly about men because I understand that women often have more sensitivity when it comes to how she's portrayed. She's more sensitive to it. That's just what it is. But I'm talking to you men. You brothers gotta get that feminine energy out, that emotional stuff out. Listen, if you believe in something, you stand behind it. You're a man of your word. Listen, that's how you gotta control. That's how you gotta run. And yes, I said control. Control your household. If you the man of that house and you believe something, then you run it how you see it. You the man of that house. Can't nobody tell you how your house gonna be ran. And that's just how it is. You gotta be men out here. It doesn't matter. Because guess what? The real are gonna gravitate. The fake not. It is what it is, brothers. Stop giving a damn what people think. Listen, if you don't have people who are going against you, people who are naysayers, if you don't have people who want to see you fail, if you don't have people who disagree, if you don't have people who have their opinions against you, then you're not doing something right. The whole world's not supposed to love you. And I'm talking to all you chosen people. The world ain't supposed to love you. You know, we've become so empathetic in our walk because we're genuinely are good people. But at the end of the day, we got to draw the line. We got to draw the damn line. Like people, no, we're not going to bend to people's will. No. Yeah, absolutely. Haters motivate. Let them motivate. Keep doing what it is you're doing. Stay on your path. Let's see. Absolutely. Somebody said stay on the straight and narrow. No doubt. Yeah, the world, listen, Christ said the world hated me first. So they gonna hate you. They gonna call you names. They're gonna nitpick. They're gonna try to find fault in your life. And a lot of the people who are nitpicking, trying to find fault, they are extremely unhappy. They are extremely unhappy. They have a lot of resentment. They are so overwhelmed with your life that they find it necessary to speak on what you got going on. Now, I want y'all to do this too. When I'm speaking on this, I want you to use logic, right? If somebody is telling you something that can help you in your life, if somebody is clearly being a righteous person, giving you righteous advice, trying to help you go into the right direction, understand that you need to be able to listen to people, hear people out, especially if it's making you look at yourself. Anytime somebody is critiquing something you're doing, you need to listen to them. But what I'm saying is those individuals who are looking for fault, constantly looking for fault, constantly trying to hold you to a certain standard. There's a lot of people in this life right now who cannot reach their full potential based on a simple fact. They let others project who they are. You may have made mistakes in the past. None of us are perfect. But guess what? You have people in your life that want to look at you as those mistakes. All that was a series of events that you went through to become who you are. But if you've been locked up, if you've been in prison, if you've done things, if you have a history, a criminal background, look at this world that we live in. According to the Bible, it's supposed to be a time where we're forgiven for our sins, right? Nowadays, people hold that same standard over your head. Yeah, you got in trouble. That don't mean that's you. That was just a series of events. But every time people see you, they see those events. They don't even know you. They don't even know you. A lot of your family don't even know y'all. They don't know who you are. Matter of fact, they think you're rather strange. A lot of y'all who have woken up to the truth and understand what's going on in the world, a lot of your family members, they wish they would have put you on prescription pills a long damn time ago. That's what they wishing right now. They wish that they had you on all kind of prescription pills so you couldn't see the light of day right now. Because now they got to look at themselves because you have seen what they can't see. Now they got to say, damn, man, you know, so-and-so came over here and they telling me about this and telling me about that, what's going on in the world, how these politicians, they pedophiles, getting caught up in pedophile rings. They telling me about this virus, how you know, some of the numbers are forged. I don't know what's going on, but me personally, I don't want to have to face this. This is scary to me. I don't know what gotten into this person. I don't know why they even coming out and telling me all this. Like, maybe, you know, maybe we need to call somebody. Maybe we need to call some type of therapist for this person, because I don't know, that just ain't fitting right in my spirit. Why would the government do that? Why would they do that? Why is this happening? Nah, that don't fit right. That's what you're causing, brothers and sisters. You're causing people to become loose cannons because you're not making sense out of their reality anymore. You actually are making sense out of it, but they can't make sense out of it. You have disrupted their reality. You have took them out of Alice in Wonderland. You have disrupted their whole life, their whole being. Mary said, New Breed, this is my life you talking about. We rocking their boat. Absolutely. And they can't stand it. They're like, damn. We should have just adopted this person. We should have just put them up for adoption. This ain't working. You know what? That ain't working. We ain't trying to hear all that. Matter of fact, I think you might have COVID. Give me 6 feet. I'm gonna need 6 feet. Yeah, Tanzania says, lack the abilities to rise their creator's thoughts. Yeah. They just, I mean, the more that time dwells, the more that we got to become closer with each other, brothers and sisters, because we need these type of talks. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I'm not building with people who are like-minded, which is not often, it's not often that I get to build with y'all like this. But when I'm not building with people who are like-minded and I'm out in the world, I'm just like, I feel like I've been dropped into some type of time machine or something. I feel like I'm in the Matrix. Like, I literally feel like that. I'm like, I can't believe this, what I'm seeing. Like, I'm almost having a culture shock dealing with public. On a daily basis, I feel somewhat of a culture shock. Like, I can't believe this is where we at. You know, I'm looking at people's mannerisms. I'm looking at all these people in masks, and I'm just looking at how many people are fearful. I'm looking at how many people are just going along with the program. Like, they're just going right along with it. Don't you see that they're trying to control y'all? Like, y'all don't see that they're trying to control y'all. Y'all don't get that this is about control. Do you know it's hot outside? How can you get a respiratory infection while it's hot outside? Like, this don't make so much sense that I'm just like, I be in shock sometimes. Like, I'll sit there and I'll get stuck and just be looking in the air like, I can't believe we in this time already. Satan have really made his move already. And then I'm almost like, this is what Satan came up with? You know? It's like this, the devil, right? With the red horns, the pitchfork, this menacing figure that's supposed to control everything. He's supposed to be this big scary beast. The beast, the mark of the beast and all that, right? I'm looking at it, I'm like, this what he came up with? Wearing masks? Talking about it, like, this is so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, this is so dumb. Like, I don't know, man. That's why I'm on my solo a lot. I can't be around people who just can't see. I just can't do it. It just so happens it ain't too many people who can see, man. It really ain't. Yeah, somebody said that's Alice in Wonderland. Facts. Khalif says the crazy part is people fell for it. Just goes to show people can't think for themselves. Absolutely. I mean, just fell for the straight hokey doke. Like, shows the times we living in. Yep, somebody said the pyramid scheme is failing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's all this country is. America's falling. America's Babylon is falling. It ain't getting back up. I've been telling people for a long time that this country is going to become a third world country. It's going to get bad. They have defunded the police for a reason. Um, they know that anarchy will soon ensue. And it's important for brothers and sisters who are righteous to get in the right spirit right now. That's what it's all about, getting in the right spirit. We can prepare physically, we can prepare mentally. But if your spirit ain't right, we ain't gonna survive these times. So a lot of my material that's gonna be coming, it's gonna be about the spiritual realm. Y'all gonna be getting a lot of videos coming here on YouTube about the spiritual realm. On Patreon, I'm gonna be giving y'all the raw, uncut videos where I'm going in about certain situations. And on YouTube, we're gonna focus on the spirit right now because I find it very important on a vast number for us to focus and hone in on the spirit. But if you would like the exclusive raw content, um, especially if you're a visual learner who likes to see the movie clips and everything of that nature, then go to Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description box. It's patreon.com/newbreed. Also, follow me on Instagram, y'all. Follow me on Instagram. I make posts on there sometimes. I know that I initially started my Instagram for food, health, and wellness, but I'm about to switch it up and actually start pushing everything on Instagram. Now I'm about to start making certain posts on Instagram, and I'm gonna actually get on Instagram more. But also like this video, y'all. If y'all watched it all the way through, if you watched a great portion of it, thumb the video up, allow the video to spread because, you know, the way this works is without your support, it doesn't work. All right. Also, for brothers and sisters who don't know about the prayer line, we have a prayer line every Sunday, 12 o'clock Standard Eastern Time. All right. Some Sundays I call in. All right. But brothers like Lyrical Lights, he called in on my last live stream. Brothers like him, brothers like Yuckanon, the plug from Rima Word Clothing, strong, powerful elders, man, they on the line. And if you want to call in and actually talk to us, interact with us, and put in your prayer requests, then call in by all means. Prayer is very important. And you want the men of the Most High praying for you and your family and your situation. So make sure you participate. All right. But we got a lot more content coming. Y'all, thank y'all for the stream. It's always an honor to build with y'all. Hopefully this helped you out in your walk and your journey. If it did, share the video. Make sure you turn all post notifications on so you can get videos as they're being uploaded. Thank y'all once again. With that being said, shalom and peace.